What's good, YouTube? It's White Mike, and today we're going to be talking about the newly announced 17-28mm 2.8 RXD Di III Tamron. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so it's February 20th, and if you've been paying attention, Tamron just announced some new lenses. The only one I really care about personally is the 17-28 2.8 RXD Di III. We're just gonna call it the 17-28 or the Tamron's 16-35 competitor for the Sony full frame E Mount. Now, I'm recording this on the A7 III with the Tamron 28-75 2.8 RXD Di III for Sony. Man, that's a mouthful. We're just gonna call it the 17-28 and the 28-75. I'm pretty sure you know what those are. Anyhow, I had a video on how to update the Tamron, so it's pretty cool because you can update these through the body, and the 17-28 2.8 is no surprise to me, honestly. It's been a year since the 28-75 came out, and my guess was that the next lens would actually be a 16-35. I was incorrect as far as the range. They actually released a 17-28, but still it's in that bucket, so it's the competitor to the 16-35. Now, I was talking to my friend and I was saying, you know, this is a lens I'm definitely gonna pick up, and I knew it was coming. The only thing we really need now from Tamron is a 70-200 2.8, and hopefully that will come out sometime next year, if not sooner, maybe Q4. That'd be awesome. 17-28, first off, I'm definitely getting this lens. As soon as it's available, I will get it. It's supposed to be available sometime towards the end of the year. Just know that these lenses are in high demand, and just as with the 28-75 2.8, I expect that it will be very hard to get, and it will be sold out almost immediately. Now, the 28-75 was originally priced at $799, and then they raised the price to $879, I believe now, and I think that had to do with the demand and they couldn't keep up with it. I have no clue, but they are still very hard to get, and if you do get one, you're probably gonna pay $800 of that $879. You're pretty much gonna pay what it was new before now to get one. I have seen them go for like $780, but nothing really lower. It's an awesome lens, and personally, I would not waste the money on the 24-70 G Master, and this lens actually hurt the sales of that lens, and I expect the same thing to happen to the 16-35, unless someone just needs that 1mm extra, or they need something that covers an overlap from, you know, 28-35 or 24-35, which I don't really care about. What do I think the price is gonna be? I personally think the price will either be $899 or $999. I don't think that it's gonna be above the $1,000 range, and I think that's because they wanna keep it competitive. It's similarly priced and it has a similar build as the 28-75, and I'll put pictures up on the screen, but you can see that the 17-28 is actually 1 inch shorter. I mean, that's my estimate, just comparing the images and having to personally have the 28-75. It's about 1 inch shorter, but it should have the same 67mm filter ring. All of your filters will work across the board. Now, some people may be thinking, why is it a 17-28? Why didn't they just make a 16-35? Well, they can save money. That's one thing, because they're using pretty much the same base and they're just popping a different mechanism in there and different lenses. So, I mean, it's a money-saving thing to use the similar design. And then also, to keep that size smaller, you have to go with a 17. If they go to a 16, that probably increases the filter size quite a bit. And if they go to a 35, that probably increases the length of the lens itself. So to keep it in that same kind of smaller form factor and have it very familiar and very similar to the 28-75, they had to make it 17-28. And since there's no gap, 17-28 and then 28-75 is perfect. So I'm expecting like a 70-200 or a 75-200 2.8 from Tamron in the future. And I really hope that's true, because having those three lenses right there is pretty much all you need to have you covered, other than any specialty lenses you need, like a 50-1.8, 85-1.8 for portraits and things like that. So I'm definitely looking forward to this lens. I'm glad it was announced, and I know it's gonna be very sharp and a very great lens. I mean, this 28-75 is my go-to lens. This is the lens I use almost all the time. Autofocus is perfect, especially with the new version 3 firmware. I know there were some initial issues, but they fixed that stuff in firmware. So if you have any questions about this 28-75, go out and get it. Don't hesitate. Don't even think about the 24-70. You don't need it. Save your money, get the Tamron, and save yourself some time. All right, guys, so let me know in the comments down below if this is a lens that you're looking forward to getting. Are you happy about this announcement? Do you not care because you don't shoot Sony? Do you like any of the other lenses that they may have announced? I didn't really talk about those because personally, I don't care about them. Yeah, just let me know in the comments down below, or if you have any questions, I'll definitely answer those questions, even if it's about the 28-75. And if you're new around here, hit that subscribe button if you want to see more content just like this. Notification bell if you're into that. And yeah, I guess I'll catch you guys in the next video. It's a wrap.